Yes, we are the coalition of divine ladies from all realms, and not just universes, different realms, because we are calling in the collective lifespans of humanity and the different realms that you may be experiencing right now, as in alternative lifetimes. We are asking you, inviting you to gather around and listen to this message, for no matter what realm you are in, this could be applicable to you. Now, Rebecca asked us, why are you doing this? And we replied, pleasure and joy. It gives us pleasure and joy to be of assistance to humanity. And so, as you are receptive to our message, and as you use our message to change little particles of your life for the better, we experience pleasure and joy. And so, we have been speaking to Rebecca about implants that have been placed into humanity for millennia. And many of these implants are ancestral, and they have been causing all kinds of havoc. And there are actually even layers to this implants. Now, this is nothing to be fearful about. This is simply to remind you, when you have some unexplained reaction or divergence in other directions that you might not be understanding, that it could be partly caused by an implant. At the proper time, Rebecca will give the prayer so that you can specifically address those. You may be saying, well, what can I do if I have implants? The biggest implant is what we call fear for survival. This causes the greed, the hatred, the envy, because if you'll notice, even very wealthy people feel like they don't have enough. And this is no criticism of wealthy people at all. All of humanity just about has a fear of survival or fear for survival, not to be confused with the will to survive. The will to survive is what is a good thing. You have the will to survive. The fear that you don't survive is a warring faction. Can you see? It's just a little bit difference of wording, and yet it's very powerful. For when you're in the fear for survival, that you will not survive, this is one of the root causes of anxiety and greed and all those things that are not productive. And you say, well, ladies, what can I do instead? And you've heard, well, think of the positive, think of the good. And this can be very difficult. So we give you an incremental solution. When you find your brain going crazy with panic thoughts, I won't survive, they're going to take me away, I'm going to be living under a bridge, turn your awareness to the smallest increment of pleasure that you can imagine. I'm going to ask you right now to do something you may think is silly. Take your fingers like this and rub them very lightly together. Feel the silkiness of your skin. Feel that? Allow it to give you pleasure. But it's such a small thing. But you have the ability to do that. Touch your arm lightly. And don't criticize the skin, but just feel the silkiness of it, that you can do it. So, finding pleasure in every tiny little increment. When you enjoy your bath, and we said, enjoy your bath. Feel the caressing of the water on your skin. It is something anybody can do. When you eat your food, eat it slowly and observe the texture, the taste, the smell. When you're in your vehicle driving, pay attention to the feel of the seat beneath your butt. Pay attention to the sensuality of life. And humanity thinks of the big things. When I get that big promotion, I'll feel happy. Or when this happens, when I meet the right person. And yet, as you get yourself into a pleasure joy state along the way to anything, what happens when you pay attention to anything? What happens? It grows. When you pay attention to I'm afraid I won't survive. You go down the rabbit hole of despair. And you can remember the little finger thing to start off with. And even just touching your lip. You are sensual beings, and for some reason, human sensuality has been discouraged and it has been put in the realm of just sexuality, which has also been putting in the realm of better not do that. It's a sin, or only if blah, blah, blah. But sensuality, when you're walking, you imagine that you feel the heaviness of a big pair of balls dangling down between your legs, giving you courage. This is sensuality. Touching your face. Love yourself. Let it be the simple things that drive you forward in a good way. And you will find your life has changed. And remembering that if Rebecca has a class or private sessions about implant removal, she will also give you steps for you not to go backwards. This is our first message to you who are, it is simple. It is pointing out the great detriment, and it is pointing out the great deliciousness. 2Ds, the great detriment, and there are different kind of implants, but we're just speaking about the main one right now. Not that there's anything wrong with you at all if you feel like you have any of this. You can begin eradicating in actuality by not waiting to get the implant out, but just starting with the pleasure and joy, starting with the sensuality. Allow it to be. That is our message for you today. Thank you. Okay, that is perfect. That is perfect. I love that. So, what they have done to me, they removed from me the implant of fear of survival for survival. Since then, I have not lain awake at night thinking of all the things that I didn't do that day or that I should do. I haven't checked my bank account. That might be a little irresponsible, but it's better than checking it every freaking day and worry, right? Because I know that whatever, that I'm going to survive. I'm going to survive. I will be having a program for private clients to take them through this process. If you're interested, reach out to me. And I can do what they suggest. And if I can do it, so can you.